Hello, I'm Millmaster, and here we're going to take a look at around half of the heroes in this game. If you're watching this in the future, then you can click this link here at the end of the video or in the description to see part 2. Another note, this video was recorded, written, and edited before any of the DLC characters were announced or released.
Justice reigns from above!
We're starting out with Zenyatta, the robot monk. Just from looking at him, we can tell that he seems to have some sort of mystic powers due to him and the orbs floating, and the relaxed shoulders plus the simple clothes show a nonchalant attitude. The theme of pattern orbs also reappear on his forehead, and this theme also helps to show some sort of unexplained mysticism and enlightenment. Next up we have Symmetra. Her overall posture suggests an air of authority, and her delicateness with the light construct can show the fact that she knows a thing or two about building a building. Curves help unify the costume design together, and true to her name, is very symmetrical in the details but pretty asymmetrical in two main parts. Time for Mercy. She has a clear angel-inspired design, and this, plus the color white on her, connects her immediately to Hope, something Blizzard is very much going for. Speaking of colors, the white and secondary color red on her shows her history as a doctor and current role as a healer on the Overwatch team. She also gives off a gentle vibe with the blue eyes and soft shoulders. The entire costume is then tied together by a sort of downward design. Little side note here, her Caduceus staff is the same staff that is associated with hospitals. Lucio's design is instead tied together by speaker circles all around the costume. He shows off his carefree nature with the hip sling, crossed arms, and gentle smile. Also, the technology strewn about could be showing how he's more modern-y, but that's probably just me grasping at straws. Here we move out of support territory and into tanks with Zarya. Her large muscles and bright pink hair accentuate her not being the typical female in a video game, while still having some female stereotypes. This could be referencing the true female character thing extra credits talked about, but it's probably not. Also, the normalish armor could represent her powers coming from quote-unquote simple training. Couldn't really find anything else on her, so if any of you can find anything, let me know, please. We continue the theme of simpler designs with Winston. His suit is astronaut-like, referencing his origins as a moon gorilla, while still having sci-fi-like plating on it. Other than that, not much to explore. He's a space ape. The tanks still have simpler designs, yet again with Roadhog. He has a very asymmetrical design, representing his scavenging in a literal Mad Max land. You can also tell his Mad Max-ness through the motorcycle tattoo and miscellaneous parts strewn around him. He also is able to stay threatening through the mask and costume, yet still extremely cartoony with the ridiculous proportions and belly button pig. Reinhardt has a bit more complicated design this time. His armor overlaps similar to real Rhino skin and very similar to Knight armor. His armor is tied together with steel cylinders jutting out and red highlights around joint areas. His jet-fueled hammer could be referencing his old age, because it could easily be replaced by a number of other energy solutions since this is the future, but again, it's probably just me grasping at straws. Now, while D.Va is my video game waifu, I couldn't really find much on her. It is clear she is inspired by anime and the like, but I am the opposite of what you would consider a weeb. A bew, if you will. It does have clear racing inspirations, with these sponsorships lining across her suit and her mech. If you like this video, you can also click this one right here for part 2, and you can also click right here to discuss whether the rebels from Star Wars are terrorists or not.